Hey everyone, how you all doing? JPCowFace here, and we are back for episode 11 of our playthrough on Civilization 6, playing as America and Abraham Lincoln. And we are making our way through towards sort of semi-end game part, where we really need to start pushing ahead with our tourism and culture game, which is what we're working towards. I'm hoping that can be our route to victory. I am slowly thinking the point we're at, we are well behind with where we really want to be. We were dead last for our culture not too long ago, and we still haven't actually received any tourists from elsewhere, which is a little bit worrying. Our neighbours, Julius, he has got a bit of a stronger tourism game going on at the moment. And I think a big part of that is due to the few amount of wonders that we've been able to build. We have got a few down though. We have the Hui Takali. We have the Taj Mahal. We have the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, and we are currently trying to build the Venetian arsenal, and also I know there's another one around here somewhere. What were we building? Oh yeah, the Bolshoi Theatre. We are building, just started, so that is another one. So if we can get those ones completed before someone else completes them in front of us, and we've got some antiquities coming in for our museum, and we're starting to get a few great art pieces in and great writings. So we should start seeing a tick over of tourists coming in. We do have our late game plan with our national parks, and that is going to really be a massive part towards that. But as I am starting to worry a little bit, as we've not even received any outside tourists yet, so hopefully that does start to tick over. Otherwise I will continue to get more and more worried that we might have to look at some other route to victory in this game. Right, we got Tamiris looking for a little bit of niter from us, only a little bit of gold. We will make sure she is getting our open borders in return. When you're playing a cultural tourism sort of based game, and that's the route you really want to go for victory, you want your borders open to everyone else. So I'll do that, and then I will go through and make sure that our borders are open for everyone else to come in. And I can't remember the exact amount of sort of bonus you get from having your borders open. Yeah, I can't remember right now. But I think we should have open borders with most people, he says. Yeah, I can just give it as a gift, especially to people like Monty and Harold and Pachacuti and Kublai. They will see it as a generous kind of... Oh, no, not drink more. Don't know what I'm doing. Right, we must have it already with Harold. Pachacuti. We will give him the gift. You don't want the gift. What's wrong with my lands? Hey, what are you trying to say? What would it take? And they insistent on giving us 1 gold for open borders. I mean, that's fine if they insist. Right, we should have... No, we'll just keep on giving it to everyone that hasn't got it. Borders, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could remember. 25%'s coming to mind, but I might be well wrong on that, so definitely wouldn't quote me on it. Yeah, plenty of people didn't actually have open borders currently. So yeah, well, that's at least open borders done for the moment. Right, we can concentrate on where we were. Right, we were going to do a chop with our builder over at St. Louis. And now we're down to 7 turns to get the Venetian arsenal completed. And we're going to bring our great engineer, Gustav Eiffel, and we'll transfer him to Cincinnati. And he can use his last 2 charges to go towards the Bolshoi Theatre. And I just hope we can get both of those completed. Right, we chose this spot for our next antiquity site to clear, because we already have it earmarked for an industrial zone there. So that was the next best place to pick. And that is our last, at least our last planned city in place now. So we have Houston joining our empire. And yeah, everything is in place city-wise. We did have a half plan to pop a city on here, but Guitarja decided she was going to spread in our direction, which is fine. It was only a half idea. The initial plan for claiming all of these lands down here is complete. We have all these lands. So that is really great. And we can just concentrate on building up our cities, districts, wonders where we can as well. And we can start really getting into our late game plan. All right, so I'm not able to pop the aqueduct down, only over here now. I could clear this copper. No, I can't put an industrial zone down here because it will affect the appeal. So that's not going to happen. All right. Okay. Well, we will get our builder out and we'll do a mine. We'll do a mine thing and do some mining. We are heading down with Dora. She has been so good to us, exploring these lands far and wide. Right, Dorothy with her 1 promotion of Disrupt Rocketry. We are looking to see if we can get her another promotion, because no one at the time had actually completed Julius has now completed his spaceport. Oh, let's see if we can get Dorothy to somewhere. We can see. I don't think we know where he's building. We don't. It's probably likely Rome. Maybe. We could just send her to Rome and she might reveal a spaceport at Rome. Or we might be able to actually just see that he has one at Rome. We can't. Ah, okay. All right, let's just head to Rome so we can reveal a bit more of what's going on. We can just send one of our guys in, I guess, to have a look as well, which I think we might do. We need to know and get Dorothy doing her thing. All right, there's another artifact dug up. So that is a full museum. And we get a +1 era score as well. We're picking that up. We're well inside our golden age for the next era. So that is nice. Right, Timurus will give us 20 for both of these straight off the bat. So we might as well just go for that. We are happy for that. And what we're going to build first at Houston. Let's go straight in for our walls. This was another sort of part of the plan to pick up our tourist game. Walls mean prizes. So where we can, we're trying to get walls built, ancient walls, medieval walls, Renaissance walls. And that's going to help pick up our tourist intake as well. I hope. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right, and we have gained ourselves another 3 era score for completing our first coal power station. And we've got a Eureka for refining from doing that too. Right, Scorched Earth is finished. Do we want to change anything? Probably not until we've got our next tier government in place. Right, so and we keep on getting our droughts. So we had initial drought in Boston, and now Los Angeles is taking the brunt of it. And yeah, we're actually starving at the moment. I should probably do something about that. I don't know what I can do. I'm sure I can do something. 5 turns. Let's buy ourselves a builder from Boston, and we make sure we at least get the extra charge. And we go over and we will see what we can do. We don't want to be losing any population. It's hard enough to grow it in these hero lands. Right, San Francisco, what are we building next? The coal plant is built. And I think perhaps we should go bank and stock exchange. They will be good to have all of that in our one commercial hub. Right, San Diego has completed the walls. We've got a fully built campus, at least up to university. Let's go straight in for our medieval walls next. We want walls. Ooh, where did this guy go? He didn't manage to do anything. That's annoying. All right, that's another free line infantry for us, and we can make another corps there. And trying to keep the costs down for our standing army. So where we can, we are joining our units up to make some corps, and we've got quite a few of them really. We probably could do the same with our field cannons here. So I think I will do that. Right, envoys. Let's have a look. Would like to. We were looking at possibly getting a suzerain. So Singapore, we did manage to become the suzerain of Singapore. So that is good for a bit of extra production. Now, where else do we need to look? Again, we can become the suzerain of Fez, but it doesn't do anything for us really, except for just having another city that we're the suzerain of. It's not actually doing anything for us particularly. I think we could try and push and get Taruga. That will be good. So plus 5% science in all cities for each different improved strategic resource they have. It'll be something. Right. Right. Let's get this coal mine down and work Gustav's magic for the Bolshoi theatre. All right. So I think we pretty much complete that. Well, I'm not far off at least with his next action, which is great. We'll keep on just sailing around all the nooks and crannies, open up everything we can. Right, where do we want to go next? How's our food? St. Louis, not amazing. think perhaps maybe be a good idea, anticipating food shortages in the future, we will buy that tile and we'll get the fish online there for St. Louis. Right. There is a lovely Pantanal. That would have been a lovely wonder to have near our empire as well, but we have the Deity, which we are very lucky to get as well. And Mexico City is getting smashed by yet another flood. You think they would try and put a dam down? I'm sure they should be able to. They obviously just don't want to. Trying to benefit from all the fertilized tiles they're getting from flooding. Right, what next for our guy? So we can't really build a mine there because it's next to a national park, but we can clear it. So we might as well do that. Let's see how far we can get this down to now with Gustav Eiffel. 3 turns, and I think we're probably about that with 5 turns. Okay, so the Bolshoi Theatre is going to be finished ahead of the planned time. You never see that in real life, do you? Right. Boston has built its shipyard. And let's go for medieval walls now. That makes sense to me. Yeah. I want to get all these walls up because there will come a time when we can't build any of these walls and we would have lost out on being able to benefit from the extra tourism that it's going to bring in. And yeah, we'll do the same for Baltimore as well. Everywhere needs walls. All right. But we will still get our science buildings in where we can. So we'll do the university at Charleston. And just get them on alert. All right. Starving. They're starving. All right, I'll come back and repair like this tile next to Boston. We have a plan to promote Liang to reinforced materials. So if Boston gets hit by a drought again, it won't ruin all the improvements around all districts. All right, so we finally got Vlad back. Well, Vlad is repaired, but not quite Vlad. And I think we should probably just head him back over to Geneva Island, that I called it. Where's this guy going? Oh yeah. So we have planned for a another castle to go in here. It's not going to be too bad, really. Wonder if we could build it on here, though probably won't be able to build it while there's an antiquity site on it. That could be quite a good place as well. Let's just have another think. Yeah, because even though this will be a reasonable location for a vampire castle, and I say only reasonable because it can be much better, I just want to make sure we're getting the most out of this than we can. I mean, all the yields will be going back to our capital anyway. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Got 4, 2, 7, 8 production, which is okay. we'll have 4, 7, 13 gold adjacency, and then 6 cultural adjacency as well. And then the food is just the food. Food doesn't matter. We've got plenty of food at our capital. All right, I think we'll stick with that then. All right, let's move our guy over. The drought is now gone, so we can repair the tiles that have been pillaged around Los Angeles, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let's start sending Vlad and Vlad back over to Geneva Island. There's still the meteor site that we can collect. Be good to get another cavalry unit, as we're only getting our 3 melee units at the moment. Right, Los Angeles. Ugh. We'll save it. Don't worry, we'll save it. Right, Phoenix, Arizona. I think it's in Arizona. Might be wrong. What do I know? Right, ancient walls for Phoenix. That'll be good. Walls everywhere. Right, absorb your friend. There we go. More corpses, less money. Right, we got another era score there. We have completed electricity, which means we can get 1 hydroelectric dam in at where is it? Is it San Diego? No, San Francisco. San Diego's over that way. Yeah, San Francisco, and we can also get submarines as well, which is nifty. Do like a submarine. Right, Vlad and Vlad, go do your worst. Right, let's get all this stuff repaired for Los Angeles. That is another guy. Do we have anyone we can pair you up with? I don't think so. We got a couple of random stragglers on the outer edges of our empire. I feel like this is still the area that we need to protect. If we're going to get attacked, it's going to be sort of head on from this direction, whether it's Julius or Monty. I can't see it being Robert de Bruce. I don't think he's got the well, he might do. You never know. You never know with the Scots. They're a little bit unpredictable sometimes. All right, we will bring our other line infantry from this way, and we'll bring them up towards this guy, and we'll just make another corpse as well. Right, let's harvest the copper, as we're not going to be able to put a mine down there. Okay, I'm just uncovering all the secrets of the world. I don't think it's not looking like that spaceport is in Rome, you know. The Dorothy's heading to the wrong place. All right. We're doing a good job at getting through the sort of uncovering the world. There's still a big area on the other side of Harold. So Pachacuti's lands and Kublai Khan's lands. A lot of unknown there. All right. I think we should probably get the Renaissance walls done in Washington before we move on to the power. Right, Buffalo has a campus complete, 1 turn for a library. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good. Right, we have no people wanting to sell us stuff, which I'm happy for. That's pretty cheap. Incense, ivory, and marble from Kublai Khan. 1 a turn for spices from Solomon. I'll take that. Let's buy these from Harold. He's probably further behind Tamiris, I think. He's not. Let's go with Tamiris. Alright, what else we got to buy? I mean, 443 is not bad from Julius here. Cotton. What? We should have cotton. If I... Yeah, why? Am I just buying stuff that I already have? Like an idiot. Maybe I've sold cotton. Maybe. Alright, we'll just get it. Accept everything. Money's okay. We're over 300. I'd like to push towards 500 a turn. And that'll be a reasonable amount. Should help keep us enough money to deal with any unforeseen expenses that we might get. All right, that is our Bolshoi Theatre completed as well. And that'll be nice. Some extra great people points or great work points. Spaces, I mean. So that's really cool. More unnecessary era score. We have Eureka for flight, which is cool. That's nice. Completed capitalism. And do we want to... No, we're still waiting until we have our next tier. We do have our next tier. But we don't want democracy. Let's have a look what's going on. Because I was happy for communism. I've already got that in. No. Build free factories. I'm sure I didn't lock suffrage in, but maybe I did. Right, free factories. I mean, this was locked in anyway, which is fine. I'm a little bit surprised we've not got free factories yet, but we're not going to have that done. We've got a factory here. Maybe we'll get that in one turn. I would be surprised, to be honest, that we haven't got 3 factories built already. Right, let's get repairing and get our food supply back to Los Angeles. Right, so there's a spaceport for Rome. Has he completed? He has. He's completed his first one now, and Monty's suddenly caught up, and that's all running away from me a little bit. He's going from Tenochtitlan. Alright, well, I'm never going to get Dorothy there in time. So, it is what it is. We'll just, we'll keep on having a little walk around and check out all his lands. That guy can wait for the other guy, so we can make another corpse. Right. We might as well use this guy. There's not a lot else we can do. We could clear the marshes here at Fish Houston, and that will make them grow. And we can clear the copper here for Houston as well, because it's on one of our sites and we can't build a mine there. So we might as well get what we can out of it. All right, we've nearly discovered all the oceans that we can. Kataja is offering us aluminium. We're not there yet. She's just showing off. I hate it when they do that. Right, we have a great admiral, which is nice. Qing Shi. So we'll put him to use. Right, Cincinnati has completed the Bolshoi Theatre. Woohoo! Right, what do we want to move on to next? Probably, I mean, we could get another archaeological museum down, and then we can, there's a few sites we could clear up so we can build on and improve. So I think we'll do that. And San Francisco as the bank completed, we'll go straight onto stock exchange. Be good for our money. Right, library completed, onto the university for Buffalo. We're now on the other side of the 300 mark, which is nice. Right, right, so if we were to retire him, we will get military units get plus 60% rewards for plundering sea trade routes. It's not something we're going to get much benefit from if we manage to stay out of war. So I might just pair them up with our, is it a fleet or is it an armada of caravels we have? Fleet. Okay. Right. We're not going to democracy. I'm just going to not bother with that. We've only got a few turns to wait. We'll go straight into communism. Yeah. And that'll be fine. All right, we're moving into the modern era, and we have secured ourselves a golden age for this time. And some people are just not going to like it because they're rubbish and they don't lead their people properly. And I'm fine with that. Right, so we did clearly just build our third factory as well. So we got the inspiration for that. So we'll go straight in and get communism online, and that's going to give us a little boost, a little boosty bonus to our science. And that's straight in for a +3 era score for our new era, which is great. Right, let's look at what we want to plug in for our new government. Well, I definitely want to keep in industrial craftsmanship for the extra production for our industrial zone adjacency bonuses. Military research, we could benefit from slightly for anywhere we have military academies. That's only one. Seaports could have more, and Renaissance walls, and ideally we'd have everywhere with Renaissance walls. So that could end up being a substantial plus to our science intake. But that, obviously, we know science isn't our main game. We just don't want to be left behind and, you know, look like the kid fighting with a stick when, you know, you're facing a tank army or something. All right, so what else have we got that we can plug in? Well, I think we want to keep in skyscrapers so we can get as many wonders built as we possibly can, or at least help towards getting as many as we can built. We will definitely keep in natural philosophy, grand opera. We will keep in, as well as aesthetics. But there's not really anything else that can majorly help us with our tourism at the moment. Yeah, so it's a bit of a hard one. What's going to benefit us most? And I'm not too sure. I mean, we could just put in charismatic leader and start getting another 2 extra influence points towards our envoys. But I mean, we're at +7 at the moment. So it would boost it significantly. Maybe we should just do that for the moment then, without, what do I need to, don't know what I'm doing. I need to move them around and then I can put them in. And what did I miss putting one in? I totally missed putting one in, didn't I? All right, so we have another military policy. And what do we want to benefit over here? Probably we can do force modernization, and we get 50% discount on gold and resources when we're upgrading. And that will do for the moment. Okay. And there is a Eureka towards computers as well, which can help us build seawall protection. Right, we're waiting still with that guy. So we can pair him up with the other guy. They can build a super team. All right, let's move. I can't move. We're going to have to meet him up the long way around. Sail the long way around. All right. I'm a stupid ass, aren't I? I can't even put a castle down here because our borders don't expand out this far. What an idiot. I was doing all that thinking and all that wondering, and it was pointless. All right. We need to think of a new place to go. I mean, I quite like around the PTT to get a bit of a cultural bonus. Yeah, but I could move him onto this antiquity site and just see if he can. I'm expecting he can't build his castle on there until it's removed. But we are building another architectural museum, which means we'll be able to get another architect. Not architect. What am I talking about? Architect. What are we building? We're building something. Oh, you sound like an idiot. I don't even know where we're building it now. I've lost where we're building it. Was yeah, it was here. Cincinnati. Archaeological architect. What am I on about? Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, so an archaeological museum we are building. And once that's built, we can get an archaeologist, not an architect. Jeez. All right. Let's try and carry on like I'm not a complete imbecile. Let's do our dedications, shall we? Right. We have our golden age. What can we benefit from the most? Right. We're not going to be placing down any new cities, as far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, someone else can let me know. But yeah. So that's not going to be any benefit to us. Reform coinage. We're not suffering from sort of trade routes getting plundered at the moment. We've got no war. There's not really any barbarian problems around. There's not really space for them to spawn, I don't think, except for on some of the islands. So that's not really an issue or a benefit to us either. Heartbeat of steam, however. Another 10% production towards industrial era or later wonders. And then campus district science adjacency bonus provides production as well. And as we're building campuses nearly everywhere, that'll be really good. And yeah, to arms, we're not planning to go to war. So Heartbeat of Steam is the one for us for sure. Right, factory completed at New York. Yeah, let's move on to an arena. And we'll get all the nice things done, and it'll be a nice day out for the people of New York. And that is another line infantry guy. So they just keep coming thick and fast. Let's bring this other guy over from St. Louis, and we'll pair them up. Right, we've got to carry on having a poke around. We'll just skip around this city in the water. Right, we clear the copper. Right, what do we want to move on to next in our civic tree? Well, modernization. I can talk. I can. Mobilization is a given. We've already got the inspiration for that. And then where do we want to go? Right, we can't build a research lab yet. We're not going to get 3 military academies down, that's for sure. We can build a neighborhood, and we probably can build a neighborhood with a breathtaking appeal somewhere as well. So I think if we line up totalitarianism, I really can't speak today. Because we're going to need that to be able to move ahead anyway. These are some of the problems with the shuffled trees, is some things that you might have skipped around in the past with a normal tree. You kind of have to do just to progress. Right. And then maybe we can line up ideology with no boost anyway. And then we can see if we can get the boost for mass media with researching radio, and build a research lab too, and have a neighborhood with a breathtaking or better appeal. I think they are things we could probably do. All right, we are nearly explored all the 7 seas. All right, we have been denounced by Montezuma. What that means, I don't know, but he is one of the most advanced, and he by far has the biggest army in the world. Mainly because we have a different government. I mean, these are small things you shouldn't need to be worrying about. Julius is after a cultural alliance. Of course he is, because he's out in the lead with culture. But we could benefit from that too. So let's go with an okie dokie for the moment. And we can redo our research alliance with Robert de Bruce. Right. Oh, and a religious alliance. That does not enter. Why would that be of any interest to me? It wouldn't. Nonsense. Okay, we have a Congress in session. Right, sovereignty. Right. Trade routes to city-states. And I'm going to go with scientific, because we do have Hattusa and Taruga nearby. We do have Mexico City. Let's just come back out quickly and just have a look. Right. So obviously we've got Mexico City, Taruga, Hattusa. Yeah, I think that makes most sense for us. Let's stick with scientific there. World ideology. This government gains a wild card policy slot, and of course we're going to go with communism. How many do we want to try and put in for communism though? I mean, let's just put in 4. We'll put in 4 votes. I imagine people have different governments. Right. We choose ourselves, of course. Then we put in 2 votes. I'm not going for any more than that. And we're up for the World's Fair, of course, as well. I think it was Robert de Bruce that was out in the lead with diplomatic points. So look, he probably put loads of votes in for his own points. I think he was maybe on 8 or something, or probably more than that by now. But that is a Venetian Arsenal, another wonder completed for us. So that is really good. I'm gonna probably hate doing this, but I'm gonna check to see if we've got any tourists yet. And if we haven't, I'm gonna feel like something is really wrong. Yeah, all right. World's Fair is underway, and it's reassuring to see that no one's automatically got points on the table as soon as it's opened. That's always a surefire sign that they are going to be the ones that are the clear-cut winners for that. Right, let's have a look at Robert is on 8. Okay. Who got him? It's Patrick got him. This type of government gains about communism. Oh, it did get the vote. That's interesting. All right, quite a few people. That is awesome. We got that. And we got the scientific as well. So pretty much all going our way. We're not worried about the diplo points, victory points. They didn't go to Robert, so that's all right. We slipped a bit with a culture position again. I can't see why we would be behind Harold. Seems a bit stupid. We have more culture and more tourism points than him. And Simon, why are we back there? That's insane. So I'm assuming we still have 0. Yeah, it is worrying. Definitely worrying. I'd like to at least see 1. All right. So I am a little bit worried that we haven't got even our first solitary foreign tourist in yet. Borders are open. We have culture and tourism points. Just no visitors. We have places for them to come and see, yet no one wants to come and see him. I am a little bit baffled and perplexed at the moment. But I won't detour from the plan yet. I'll stick to our guns. I'll continue pushing tourism, and hopefully gates will open, and then we will just get a flood of tourists coming in. That's what I'm going to keep on telling myself is going to happen. Let's join these two at the hip. That's great. That's another corpse. Yeah, I have faith. But there is another 4 era score for completing the Venetian arsenal, which also means should mean every time we build a naval unit, we will get a replica built alongside it. Lovely bubbly. Right, what are we going to build next at our city of Boston? And that's going to be obviously the Renaissance walls. It's all about the walls right now. Not that they seem to be making 1 iota of difference, but I'm convinced it's going to. So we keep on doing it. Renaissance walls for Baltimore as well. Walls for everyone. Maybe it's because Kublai Khan's Great Wall. Everyone goes to see his Great Wall because, you know, it's great. No one wants to see my walls. Medieval walls as well. We'll get that in. Right, Dorothy is late to the party, but she's made it to Rome. We could just make her do her work at Rome. Why is she unable to do anything? I don't know. Confused. Let's send her to Monty then. Maybe she got stage fright. Alright, so we have our extra wildcard policy slot. Is there something we can put it to good use with? Let's see. Don't really need amenities or anything like that. We have happy people. At least I think I do. That's what we keep on, you know, putting out in propaganda. You are happy. You will work hard because you are happy. And we just have that on flyers and posters and billboards all over our empire. All right. we just stick in rationalism then. That seems rational. And that's a tidy little boost to our science. So I'm happy for that. Right, Vlad and Vlad seem to be taking an absolute age just to get back in the water. And no, I cannot build the castle there. That's unfortunate. I could probably get a pretty good production adjacency bonus if I stuck the castle here, and then I'd just need to think about placing Phoenix's industrial zone somewhere else, which I suppose we can do. Unless I could think of somewhere better to put this this castle. And the only place is here, and that's not going to be great. That's definitely not going to be anything amazing. Yeah, I think I'm just going to send him here, and it's just going to be what it is. There generally isn't any absolutely amazing standout areas to put our castle at the moment, so it's just going to be another one of those things that is what it is. Right, let's carry Dora on doing her fantastic work of revealing the world to us. She has pretty much single-handedly explored the world for us. She's been absolutely amazing. She definitely deserves, you know, a lovely retirement when she's done. She will be told she's going to get a nice retirement place in a lovely retirement location, and then she will be deleted. Or maybe we'll just keep her somewhere, just as a little token, like a mascot. All right, another vote, not part of me, so I'm not worried about that. It was a religious one. Right, chemistry is going to be completed, so we can now build research labs and finally get AT crews, which people seem to have had for an age now. That's how far ahead they are. I hate being behind the science, even when you're not playing a science game. Right, let's open the tree up and let's see what else we want to get lined up. Refining is definitely one we're going to start with, so we can see if we've got any resources of oil around. Radio was something we needed. Might actually start with radio and then we go to refining, because radio was one thing we needed. All right, let's just come back out. What was there another thing we need to do? Research radio, build a research lab, neighborhood. Right, on it. So it's only radio we needed to worry about. So we get radio done first. Radio done, and then refining. Let's get replaceable parts in. That's going to help with food a little bit around the place. And then we I mean, flight would be handy just to have that capability if we should need it to defend ourselves, really. Now we have been denounced by Montezuma, so that is something to worry about. So all right, let's plug in flight after that, and then steel and combustion. I've still got to get an ironclad out. Yeah, can I? Yeah, so these guys upgrade to where I've lost one of our caravels, you know, because we had, did we lose him? No, he's down the bottom. That's what we're doing with him. There he is. Right, let's bring this guy back. We can upgrade him to an ironclad and we can get another Eureka done. All right. Right, we might as well sail north to the last small places we've not uncovered yet. All right, let's move this guy up. Stick him on alert as well. Out you go, Vlad. Oh, look at this navy. That Guitarja is building. I want to just have a look at global relations. Ooh, it's looking a bit unfriendly at the moment. So we have one war between Monty and Harold. And Monty just dislikes everyone with a passion. That is his passion. It's his hobby to just not like people. And it's generally because, oh, you have something I want. Like a child. But hey, right, let's keep on moving the Vlads over. The lads on tour. All right. Send him out, repair that. Keep going with Dora. Right. San Diego has completed their medieval walls. We must do the Renaissance walls. I mean, it's doing us so much in terms of tourism. All right, let's have one last check. Culture, one tourist? No. No one wants to come to America. Sorry, America. I'm doing what I can. I am. Well, all right. Well, that's where we are. No tourists yet. But that's where we're going to call time on today's episode. And if you have enjoyed today's content, please leave me a like and leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. And if you subscribe, massive thank you. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.